Sir, this is a RuneScape video. I don't think all of that was necessary. Wasn't necessary? Then what is necessary? What is necessary? Aren't we just like concentrated stardust essence that became conscious like billions of years ago? Was that necessary? Yeah. What? Yeah. I sense an impenetrable force within you, and I don't know how to navigate that, so let's just get into the video. Ah yes, that's more like it. This is the RuneScape that I know and love. We are here at the Vardorvis. The journey of the 1000 Vardorvis or Ultor ring, whichever comes first, is well underway. As you can see in the chat box, we're at 216 KC, picking up right where the end of the last video finished up. Speaking of the last video, if you don't know what Vardorvis is, if you don't know what an Ultor ring is, feel free to go watch the last video where I talk about all that. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump right in. Oh my god, you guys. Oh, wow. What the heck? Look at it. He could even do that. He does a backflip. Okay, well, 243 KC, and we're pulling ourselves the Butch pet. Once again on stream, so it is fully proven that the stream will just summon the rarest things from this boss, so I recommend you all start streaming as soon as possible. Yeah, that is a 1 in 3,000 according to the wiki, so wow, that is rare. Okay, well, we got the pet, guys. We got the pet. I don't know what else to say, so yeah. Oh, Awakener's Orb number 3. You'll love to see it. Also, it kind of like plays this little jingle whenever you get like a unique drop from here. And it's a really amazing sound because you don't get to hear it that often. And when you hear it, it means you're going to be getting a good thing. The Awakener's Orb is like the worst thing you can get when the jingle has been played, but it's still a nice thing to see. So we will definitely take it. Yeah, Awakener's Orb number 4. You'll love to see it. 286 KC. Oh, hey, would you look at that? Blood Quartz number 2. That is useless for us, but that's a nice thing to get because we got the little shiny shimmering musical thing that happens when you get the unique. Also, we hit 300 KC recently, I guess, so I guess I didn't even notice that. I've just been like sort of hard AFK in this boss as I just found this like RuneScape themed idol clicker. It's called Melvor Idol. Right now I'm making some iron bars on there and it's really fun. Yeah, I'm not like being paid to say this or anything, but this game is so fun and it's free on Epic Games right now. It's just RuneScape. You got all your combat here and all your skilling things here. We're level 37 mining. I could just like mine some iron ore and it does it passively while I'm playing the game. I love idle games. It's like my favorite genre of game, which is part of the reason I love RuneScape so much. But this thing is just like a bit of a different way of doing it. So yeah, I'm currently just trying to get full steel armor so I could like train some combat stats without getting fucked by the monsters. But our current Slayer task is seagulls, so I'm gonna kill some seagulls, I guess. Anyway, yeah, this is not a paid promotion. I just been having some fun with that. So anyway, back to the sky. Alrighty, friends. Well, it would appear as though we are finished editing the video, and it looks like we got 125,000 minnows while we were doing that. So that is great. We can go ahead and exchange these for like, what, 3,000 sharks or something? Hell yeah. We also got a couple clues that we got from the clue bottles while fishing. So I guess we'll just go ahead and open these up. No uniques, and hey, a unique, the Arceus banner. All right, you'll love to see it. And yeah, so I guess with that, we will get back on into some Vardorvis. And that sounds really great right about now because I have been editing all day. So let's fucking go, dude. Hey, Blood Quartz number 3 coming in at 320 KC. You love to see it. Bro, we got 3 of the food and prayer pot and super combat drops back to back to back. So now I just have like 8 trips worth of super combats in the inventory. And I don't want that. Like, that means we're gonna have to bring less food on the next 8 trips because the inventory is fucking full of super combats, which means we're probably gonna not be able to get 3 kill trips. And I can't drop the super combats because they're just so valuable. They take forever to make. Wow, what a conundrum. However, that did just manage to get us our first ever 5 kill trip, so that is pretty nice. Probably never gonna beat that. 120 pure S. Bro, I haven't seen this a single time in all of my 331 KC. Yeah, that's the first pure S drop. Interesting. Oh yeah. Awakener's Orb number 5, I think. It's crazy to think we could have done 5 5 Awakened Vardorvis attempts at this point. Probably would have learned a lot about Awakened Vardorvis in 5 attempts. Bro, that might have been the least amount of food I've ever used on a kill. I ate 1 shark. I guess I could eat 2 sharks and we're at full HP, so never mind, that's probably like tied for the other 20 times that I've also done that. So this trip we got back to back to back adamant ore, so we're walking away with 200 addy ore. That's a lot of addy ore. Oh, would you look at that? I didn't even know that that was a PB, but that was a PB. 1 minute 15.6 seconds. We're at 378 KC now. We're just grinding, man. This boss is really fun and easy and sort of frictionless, I guess, to grind. You just sort of do it over and over again and it's fun, and we're eventually gonna finish it. So yeah. Oh hey, we got an elite casket from Vardorvis. So what do we get? The master clue, I guess that's something, and a lava maze step, so that's wilderness, we're not gonna bother. Oh bro, 108 PB. I just annihilated the last PB by like almost 10 seconds. Holy shit. I don't think we're gonna be beating that for a long time. Oh hey, we're just doing this medium clue, and I just realized that we just hit 400 KC at Vardorvis, so here's your 400 KC update clip. There's the medium caskets. What do we get? So bro, for some reason I saw the orange text and I got really excited, and like for some reason I read it as Berserker Ring, and then I was like, holy shit, we just got the fucking Berserker Ring. And then I came back to my senses, and then it was just not the Berserker Ring, and now we're just here. When I get drops like these dragon javelin heads, I will sell them to the Polnivneet shop, because that is the most efficient way to deal with these. I could just stand here alching them for like 2 hours, or I could sell them to the shop for 92% of their alch value, so we're gonna do that. Bro, that's like 150k. I could buy like 15 GFs with that. Alright, blood quartz number 4 on the same kill as the hard clue. You'll love to see it. Let's go do it. Alright, there's a hard casket. Ooh, what do we get? Nice. This actually is kind of nice, because I can just use the nature runes we got from the clue to alch the clue itself, perhaps manifesting the first ever actually meaningful use of the phrase, go alch yourself. Bro, the fucking chingaling gets me sometimes, dude. Awakener's Orb number 8 at 468 KC. I think we're about to get our first ever no food kill. The thing is like, you never even want to have a no food kill, because whenever he does the captcha attack, it's like a free eat to eat during that. So the fact that we did the no food kill is both noteworthy and kind of unnoteworthy, because now we have to spend time eating in between kills, and then presumably I guess that might make us start the next kill later because we're too busy eating. But yeah, I guess we can do a no food kill, so that's pretty neato. Also, we're getting a fucking traffic jam of super combats in the inventory, and it's really interesting to think about that, because like the more they jam up, the more they're gonna jam up on top of that, and the more they jam up on top of that, the more they're gonna jam up on top of that. So it's just like a vicious positive feedback loop, and I like thinking about that kind of stuff. Okay, bro, this is getting ridiculous. I have way too many super combats. I think I just came upon a realization that I should have realized a long time ago. The drop rate for the super combat 2 dose is 1 in 5, and 1 dose will last us anywhere from like 2 to 4 kills. So we are actually profiting super combats. I just realized that. And now that I've realized that, I guess we're gonna have to bite the bullet on something that I didn't want to have to do. So we'll go ahead and grab 100k GP so we can buy a bunch of vials, because we're gonna need to convert all of our potions in the inventory to 1 dose. I'm just gonna hold on to the rest of these super combats by converting them into our noted super combat stack. And the way we do that is we convert all of our potions in our inventory to 2 dose and then back into 1 dose. The only reason I didn't want to do this before was because these prayer pots were 4 dose, which means that I could like prep for each run like way faster, because I don't have to worry about decanting them each time. Because, you know, now we're gonna have to figure out 8 inventory spaces. Boom, there's 8, and then we're gonna have to do this for every single inventory. So it's just kind of a lot of clicking, and as you can see here, I already miscalculated it, so we're gonna lose out on this 1 dose of prayer pot. And of course we spent that 80k on these fucking vials to make these 1 dose prayer pots. A lot of really intricate, nitty-gritty, in the weeds details that you don't need to know about as a viewer, but I guess I'm just sharing it with you because, well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I do. So anyway, from now on, we're gonna be holding on to the excess super combat doses that we get, and yeah, it's actually like insanely nice. This grind is a 0 super combat cost grind, so that's wonderful. Hey, our first raw shark drop in like the last couple hundred kills. At one point that would have been like the best thing I could have seen, but now that we've fished like 3,000 sharks, I mean, it's nice, but not as good as it once was. So anyway, 200 raw sharks added to the stack. You'll love to see it. Alrighty, friends, and just like that, we are now at 500 KC at the Vardorvis. So yeah, that's half of 1,000, and it feels like we just got here. So I am gonna keep on going. We're still going strong. For whatever reason, it's just like extremely satisfying when we get 2 kinds of javelin heads to sell to the shop, because it's twice as fast as normal, and I like that when that happens, because let me tell you guys, anything that's twice as fast is twice as good. Am I right, ladies? All right, randomly decided to come do an LMS game. We're in the finals, so good luck us. He did not freeze us outside of the area. Okay, he did. This guy is cutthroat. Dang it, he got some really good RNG there. Not much we could do, but that's fun to just mix up the content every now and then. I love me some LMS, so I think it's time to get back now. Oh, bro. Oh, wow. 572 KC, and we pull ourselves the Ultor vestige. Dude, hell yeah, that is amazing. That's the Ultor ring. We haven't really gotten a whole lot of uniques along this grind. I was planning on telling you how the uniques work once we started getting some uniques, but I guess I'll just tell you now. Yeah, so the Executioner Axe Head, all the Verdus, and the Ultor vestige, as well as the chromium ingots, are all on the same drop table. According to the wiki, there's a 1 in 136 chance of hitting the unique table that includes all of these items, and then from there, it's a 3 out of 8 chance to hit the chromium ingot, 3 out of 8 chance for the Ultor vestige, and then a 1 out of 8 for the axe head, or a 1 out of 8 for the Verdus. And then once you hit the 1 out of 8 for the Verdus, you roll a 1 out of 3 to select the piece that you get. But it's super interesting because the way the Ultor vestige specifically works is that you actually have to roll the drop 3 times before you actually get the drop, as it says right here. Yeah, so that's great. That means along this grind, we hit the unique table 4 times because we did it 3 times for the Ultor vestige, then once for the Verdus row bottom. So since the drop rate is 1 in 136 times 4, yeah, so we're just about on drop rate. For our number of unique rolls, we should have just about 4 in the time we've gotten 4. And yeah, we kind of need to get 3 chromium ingots in order to even make the Ultor ring. So ideally you get like a couple of those by the time you're done with the vestige, because I think now the vestige is just going to be permanently sitting in the bottom of the inventory because it's untradeable. I can't put it in the looting bag, and we can't do anything with it until we get the rest of the chromium ingots. We also need to go get a berserker ring to be able to make the Ultor vestige. But yeah, dude, that is fucking sick. 572 KC Ultor vestige, man. So I guess now what we do is we get the rest of these chromium ingots, but I'm not going to do it at Vardorvis because I already have the Ultor vestige. I guess it's time to move on to another DT2 boss. The only other one I think I'm going to kill is the Duke Succulus, because the Magus vestige turns into the Magus ring, which gives a magic damage boost in the ring slot, so that's going to be super good synergy with our Tumican Shadow. He also drops the Verdus pieces and the chromium ingots, of course. So yeah, that is super fucking sick and exciting. Dude, that's awesome. I'm happy that we got the Ultor vestige in a reasonable amount of KC. We got about like half the amount of KC we should have gotten it in. Should have been like over 1,000 KC on average. So yeah, I guess with that said, let's go ahead on over to Mr. Duke Suck Your Ass. Alright, so I just suicided so we can get ready for some Duke, and it occurred to me that I should just show the loot from Vardorvis from all of our kills, because I'm probably never going to go back there. So if you're going to go kill Vardorvis, this is what you could expect in 568 KC. The Duke Succulus loot is like pretty much identical to this, so it's nice because I don't even have to like process all of my ores that I got to like make room for the next grind, because we're just going to keep getting more ores. So that's pretty nice. All right, well, as we're getting ready to move on to the next activity, we are once again going to be dropping this Dragon Defender from the stash unit so we can put the Avernic in there. I'm going to be taking the Scythe into the Duke, and it'll probably not be too long before we have to grind another Dragon Defender to be able to use the Avernic on whatever grind we end up doing next. And I'm not looking forward to that day, but I suppose we'll face that day when we come. As for today, we have some major business to attend to. I'm going to be making making some substantial changes to this account. I've got the alt over here. I'm gonna go ahead and last minute switch world so we don't get sniped. I'm gonna be dropping a couple of high tier items over to the Bond alt permanently. We are gonna be dropping the Dragon Hunter crossbow and the Grazi rapier. I've given both of these items a lot of thought. The only reason I even have the DHCB is for the Vorkath speedrun task. I think we could probably just brute force it with the Dragon Hunter lance once we get the Ultor ring and maybe 1 or 2 pieces of Torva. So that'll be good for that. And then we can probably just drop the lance, honestly. This Grazi rapier, I like never use it anymore. It's kind of just outclassed by the Fang in most places. The only place that it's better than the Fang is like low defense mobs, essentially. And it's just not really worth an inventory spot, if I'm honest. So a lot of people have like asked me like 100 times like why I even keep the Grazi, and that's because it is better some places. But I think we're just going to go ahead and pull the trigger on both of these items. The reason for this is because once we head over to Duke, we'll have enough spare inventory spaces to store all of our chromium ingots. Man, I can't believe I'm doing this, but there it is. That feels really wrong, but we did it. So if we go ahead and put the lance into the looting bag, we will have 4 looting bags, I guess 5 looting bag slots here for all of our chromium ingots. Yeah, I guess we also put the claws in here because we're going to use the BGS for this boss. Yeah, I could probably put the shadow in here too, honestly. Yeah, why don't we just do that as well? We'll put these soul runes and the shadow in there. Yeah, this is looking great. So, I mean, I could literally clear up 10 inventory spaces from the looting bag. All these ores, the herbs, the PRS, the soul runes, the blood S, the purple sweets, and these dragon ammunitions. It's like, this has the potential to be like an incredibly satisfying and like efficient looting bag, but that day is not upon us yet. So for now, I guess we'll go ahead and take the loss on these soul runes. We bought them for 100 each and they sell for 45. So that's not the worst loss. It's like a 50% loss on 2 mil. So that's a 1 mil GP loss. I guess that is kind of bad, but all things considered, not really too big of a deal. All right, there's the chaos runes sold. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of a just housekeeping on the Bond alt. We've got all of our Vardorvis loot as well as just a couple Serb crystals and such. So I'm just going to do a mass sell off real quick. We're starting at 187 mil. And if we collect all, we're now at 316 mil. Dude, the fucking Grazi crashed so much recently. Bro, yeah, ever since fucking Tombs of Amasket came out. Well, first it skyrocketed from 128 mil up to 181 because it was like really good for Tombs of Amasket before you had the Fang. And now it's dropped all the way down to like 50 mil, dude. Like, holy shit. As well as the DHCB, man. It was at a peak of 173 mil back in the end of 2018. And yeah, now it's like 60 mil. So that is some crazy price drops there, but doesn't really concern us too much, I guess. All right, yeah, so I'm pretty sure the last time we used the scythe was like during the Theater of Blood grind, but we're gonna be using it again for this for the first time in forever. So I don't even like know how to do this, honestly. It's been so long. There we go. Okay, I guess we'll just put max charges, 20,000 charges in the scythe, and we've got a spare 100,000 blood runes in here that I'll just leave in there. I don't know if we'll ever get to those, but they'll be in here if we need them. And yeah, this thing looks pretty nice, so it's nice to actually use this item. It's also expected to be getting a buff pretty soon in the next few months, most likely with the combat rebalancing. So it might be worthwhile to like wait to kill Duke until this thing gets the buff, but I'm just gonna do it now, man. I'm not really too concerned about that. All right, so Mr. Duke Succulus. I have never killed this boss before aside from the one KC we did in the quest, although I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward. Essentially, he's just buried underneath the Weiss mountaintop over here. We just have the POH portal set up so we can just come here super quick. If you go in this cave and then you go south down here, you get the crevasse to get into the Phantom Muspa, but we are not going to go this way. We are going to go this way. We're going to enter the heavy door, and this is the Duke lair. Just the same as all the other DT2 bosses. When you kill the Duke, you can get a tablet which you can put on the Ring of Shadows, which will let you teleport right here. So this one's going to be the Gorak dungeon, but yeah, obviously we don't have that yet. And yeah, so this boss is essentially just a wall. He chills over there for the whole fight, and then that's the fight. So normally you like spend a second talking about the fight, but this guy doesn't do that. We don't have to talk about it, but we're probably still going to talk about it for a minute. There's a couple of different ways you can complete the prep phase here. I'm just going to do the mushroom grinding method. I think we need 42 mushroom powders, which is, yeah, like 7 mushrooms or whatever. These things, you can just run right by them without having to worry about it, as long as you don't hit any of these 3 tiles. I'm pretty sure you can just run right by it and 100% avoid all the damage, just like this, as many times as you want. These shadows will spawn and they'll do some damage to you, but they're super easy to avoid. So normally you'd like mine this salt and combine it with the mushrooms in these vats to like make a brew that you feed to him. But I'm pretty sure it's just way faster to feed him the mushrooms directly, although it's a bit more click intensive. I think putting the mushrooms in the top left spot of the inventory is probably going to be our best bet, so we don't have to travel as far with the mouse. And I guess these farts will just hit you for like a 10, so try and avoid those. By the way, I don't know what kind of inventory we're going to be using at all for this. This is just like a test inventory to see what we end up needing. But yeah, 42 mushrooms awakens him. He does a melee attack, and so in order to just do the fight, you just don't get hit by his one attack. and then you're good. I guess he has like a couple more attacks, like this eyeball thing, but if you stand behind any of the pillars in the room, it won't hit you. But fucking shit, we just got hit at 34. What the hell? Oh, we brought the BGS too, so I guess I'll use this. I don't know like how much we should use it, but obviously it's good to lower defense. What am I doing? What am I doing? Dude, what the hell was that? Why did I do that? Yeah, I don't even know if this is dangerous to get back here. I should probably bring a spare teleport, honestly. But I don't know. I guess it's probably going to be fine. Okay, yeah. Looks like another death pile situation. Same as Vardorvis. It just spawns outside of the lair, which is nice. We don't have to spend the 100k to get all of our stuff back. It's just all on the ground for us here. And there's nothing that attacked us on the way in here. So it's essentially just like a zero risk item recovery situation. So that's great. Okay, round 2 here. Hopefully this goes a bit smoother. I know that he has a 5-tick attack cycle, which means with our scythe, we should be able to just like sync up our attack cycle with his and not tank any hits. He has chip damage on his just basic auto attack here, so it'll hit us like a 3 to like a 4 or something. His HP bar is inconveniently like extremely far up there, so if I want to even see it, I have to like zoom out really far. I don't know why they decided to design it like that, but that's the world we live in. So yeah, as his HP lowers, he'll do 2 gas clouds instead of just 1. Also, when he's enraged, his attack speed increases from 5 ticks to 4 ticks, and the kill finished before I could even finish talking about it. But yeah, that is the kill. So I guess half the kill is just like collecting the mushrooms and then feeding them to him, and then the other half of the kill is killing him, which is a very unique sort of boss fight, I guess. There's not really anything else that's like that as far as I'm aware. There's mushrooms on both sides of the room, so you can use the mushrooms over here or over there. I don't think it makes a difference. And yeah, I guess one of the main differences in the drop tables between Duke and Vardorvis is Duke drops chaos runes instead of blood runes. And since we're probably going to be here for like 1,000 kills or something, I'll probably just hold on to all the chaos runes. Is a decent amount of GP that we save in the Tumikin's Shadow, I guess, if we get those as a drop. So that means I'm going to have to clear out these death runes that were in there. So I'll just go ahead and sell these to Ali Morrison. Should get us a nice little like 1 mil or so. And there it is. The 1 mil GP. All right, there is a hard casket. Ooh, what do we get? All right, the red D'hide body tea. You'll love to see it. That is a collection log slot, of course, and we are going to throw that straight into the POH, never to be seen again. All right, that's our first... Oh, shit. That's our first trip completed. We're up to 6 KC, so that's a 5 kill trip. And we got the frozen tablet, which is the thing that's gonna let us teleport here. So that's great. Just use that on the ring, I guess. Yep, there it is. And that'll take us to, let's see... right here. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's smack dab in the middle between the Muspa boss room and the Duke boss room. So this item is useful both for the Duke and also the Muspa because of that. So that's amazing. And yeah, I think I pretty much just got a hang of the fight. I guess that's pretty obvious by the 5 kill trip. The kills are pretty long though. It's like 2 to 3 minutes per kill, whereas Vardorvis was like 1.5 minutes, so it's basically twice as long as that. But the drop rates are compensated for being so long. They're all a bit lower than they are at Vardorvis. It's also kind of occurring to me that like if we're expected to get the Magus Vestige and the amount of time it takes us to get 3 chromium ingots, and if we do that, then we'll be able to build the Magus ring or the Ultor ring, and we'll still need 3 more chromium ingots, at which point we'll probably end up going to like maybe the Whisperer to like get the rest of our chromium ingots, because it's either that or the Leviathan, and I don't know which one of those is better. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. We're gonna need 6 chromium ingots on this account. Yeah, for some reason that didn't occur to me until right now. I'm also pretty confident that we've got our official inventory loadout. It's gonna be 1 super combat, 1 stamina, 2 prayer pots, and the rest sharks. As is with Vardorvis, we just come to the POH range to cook them, and then now we can teleport directly into the boss room, well, right outside of it. So that is great. I think the the frozen tablet's like a 1 in 30. So we did get a little lucky on that, which is amazing, of course. Gonna save us a lot of time. I know that I need 7 mushrooms in order to be able to start the fight. So I'm gonna drop enough sharks at the front of the room. So that way we can just grab our 7 mushrooms. We can start using the pestle and mortar on them as we run over here. That way we don't have to like spend a bunch of time not running over here. And that way by the time we're done grinding them up, we're already ready to go. Same as Vardorvis, we've got the thralls now as well. So I'll go ahead and start using those. Should give us a bit more DPS. I'm pretty sure his specials do like occur on a cycle, but you can also just react to them. So like boom, there's the fucking gas thing. So you don't have to like do any counting, which is like insanely nice because counting is not that fun to do long term. Holy shit, he's already dead, dude. 2 minute 17 kill. Yeah, that's probably because of the good BGS specs there. 11 bronze, chain bodies. I guess that's something you can get. Dude, this kill was like so fucking fast. Holy shit. Okay, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. I guess it counts the time it takes you to run over here and get the mushrooms and run back as part of the kill. But yeah, 2 minute kill, dude. That's great. That is really great. I decided to put his HP in a little box on the bottom left of the screen so that way I can see his HP, because otherwise I just have no idea what his HP is. So just a little quality of life. Trip number 2 is a 10 kill trip, so we are definitely getting into a nice little groove here. Same thing with Vardorvis. We are going to be selling off our javelin heads to the Polniv niche shop. The alt strat is strong as always, letting us get our maximum amount of GP that we can get from these things. Expecting to get a few mil from the javelin head drops by the time this grind is over, so that's going to be a nice little bit of change. It looks like we're going to be profiting super combats from this grind as well, same as Vardorvis. A lot of the situations here are pretty much the same as Vardorvis, so we'll come to Bob Barter and decant all of our surplus potions into the 1 dose potions in the inventory. Turns out we didn't even use any doses of stamina on that last trip, so maybe we don't even need the stamina pots. I might end up bagging those if that's the case. Holy shit, 7 dragon plate legs. We're at 25 KC and we're getting a new drop for the first time, so that's pretty cool. Conveniently right at the end of this trip, so we can go ahead and alk all these, because I don't think we'd be able to even do this boss with such little inventory. What is this even worth? Bro, that's a 1 mil alk. Holy shit. According to the wiki, that is a 1 in 100 drop. And looks like we did get the perfect kill on that one, so we got the 7 instead of the 5. But even the 5 is still 800k, man. That's like very, very, very nice. Alrighty, friends. Well, turns out we have hit the optimal video length once again. So yeah, we are going to just keep grinding this. If you want to be notified when the next video drops, feel free to subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care. Until next time, I love you. Bye. Massive shout out to the YouTube members. At the silver tier, we've got Chester, Thornforge, Brendan, Toasty the Wizard, Benjamin H, Cookie Cake, Gangplank Main, Kenneth M, Nihilism Rip, Trogator, Chicken Noodles, Clump, Alfredo, JBT, Cope, Fruboy, and Jacob P. For the gold tier, we've got Iea, Misks, David Boone, Kill the Queen, Belham, Dubbing Till Death, Gilly, Obtainable Beer, MF, Unworn Tripod, Soapski, Big Dick 69, It's Slits, Wormulu, Scorla, and our newest member, Adam Olm. Cheers, guys. See you in the next one.